Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of the co-op career mode on F1 2021. We've got AshMan here with us.
How do you do, Dave?
And if you haven't already seen, go and check out episode 1, the Bahrain Grand Prix. You'll also see the full race calendar that we're going with. We're just doing 10 races for the first season. But check out race 1. We're knocking up the difficulty after that. That's all I'll say.
Also, it's hopefully not going to be as long as the video that was on my channel as well. We'll know
Shouldn't
when
be.
Andrew's edited this one.
Haven't got the entire
Yeah,
everything happening.
We haven't got us chatting away for 10 minutes at the start.
So what we have got is we've got side pod turning vanes coming in from our aerodynamic department, and we should have another aerodynamics upgrade coming in before the race. Then we've got the rear floor under tray as well, which is for our weight reduction. I'm thinking we throw in, because we've got 2,000 resource points, we're going to go with the crankshaft because that's only costing us 245 resource points, so why wouldn't you?
Sounds good.
Plank for weight redistribution, because it's not a lot we can do at the moment. Throw on a little bit of gearbox durability as well. We're flashing the R&D points at the moment, so we might as well just upgrade whatever we can, because we need to get this car up to the level of Alfa Romeo.
Absolutely balling. By the looks of those few that you've put on already, that I can see.
Yeah, we've got 5 upgrades in now.
We're there or thereabouts with Alfa Romeo at the moment.
Yes, I think most of it won't be ready quite yet.
If anything, it will take us ahead of them, but as you say, that's under the assumption that they don't have any further ones.
Yeah. From the looks of it, we'll only have the aerodynamics and the gearbox in time for Canada, but every little helps. I've got my full engine. We'll leave that there. And as you can see, 10 points in the first race for me, which is why we are up in that difficulty.
Well, you say this because it's not likely for Williams to be finishing 5th and 6th. Certain Mr. George Russell didn't finish 2nd yesterday. So
yeah, but that was all a bit dodgy, wasn't it?
I don't know. It seemed completely legit to me.
So we'll advance through. We've got a season break after one race.
Of course.
In fact, that might allow us to get some more stuff on the car. Possibly.
Hopefully so.
Oh, we need to stop because aerodynamics upgrade has failed, so we're going to redo that. And who's in charge of this R&D? And they're failing everything. We need to bring a new crew in. Everything should be on by 31st of May, which is everything. So we could be moving quite a bit up the R&D totem pole.
Look at that. Green everywhere. Oh, there's another one. Obviously, you had a stern word with them in the break, Andrew.
Yeah, slapped him about a bit. Have you ever heard that phrase sound so unthreatening than me saying it?
I don't think I have, no.
We are also going to just keep on upgrading the aerodynamics because that'll be ready for Austria now. We've had 3 upgrades come in on the chassis. We've got the plank, the rear floor under tray, and the central under tray all ready for Canada. We've also had the crankshaft come in on the power unit and some gearbox improved materials, which
beautiful.
Doesn't sound quite as fancy as all the other stuff, does it? Oh, also
looking at,
we've had a general wear upgrade from our supplier.
That's handy.
Let's get into the race weekend. So disaster strikes for Ash. We've got rain in qualifying and the race.
Well then.
R&D wise, we have not got as close to Alfa Romeo as I would have hoped because they've also upgraded their car. Everyone's got upgrades going on this week. I'm guessing because we're on a 10 race season, everyone will get R&D points a lot easier. We'll see you the other side of P1.
Well, yes.
The downforce that I would have liked.
And I am absolutely appalling in the rain, so I'm probably going to die. Oh god. Hey, if it's any consolation, I've already gone off twice.
Oh, nearly lost the back end myself there.
All I'm saying is this looks a hell of a lot drier than Spa did. Does it not, Andrew?
No, I think we need to call them straight off. Oh, as long as one of us qualifies second, then we need to set it up.
Whoa! What? Oh, I've gone.
That was a hell of a bite as it came out of the chicane.
Which one of the chicanes was that?
Chicane number 2, I believe it was.
I was just coming out of number 3 and I swerved, overcorrected, and then went the other way. I'm just coming into 4 now.
I am going around the hairpin about as wide as I saw you go in practice.
Yeah, I don't know what you're about.
And nearly lost it as I came out of the corner. I think this might be a 2 Williams is at the back of the grid.
Oh, don't speak so soon. Please, speak.
Qualifying complete.
Oh.
I've crossed the line.
I haven't even hit the chicane. I did have a full-on spin though, to be fair.
That is
the easy top 3.
Easy top 3, easy top 3. 19th?
I'll be lucky if I'm 20th.
I hate to break it to you, so I already know where we are.
I'm 14.5 seconds down.
Okay, so I'm 8/10ths down on Mazepin, which Mazepin in the rain has beaten me. That's not a great record. It looks like we're in for a very tough race. All we can really hope is that one of the weather report is wrong, or like Spa, they just call it off.
It was like 98% rain, so even if it's wrong, I don't think there's any chance it's going to be dry. Like, why is Kimi my rival? When did I sign up for that? I don't remember this. Do you have a rival?
Yeah.
Who have you got as your rival?
Lando.
Oh, mate. Oh, mate. Rip.
But let's head into what might be a disaster of a Canadian Grand Prix.
No, it won't, Andrew. We're going to slap it. I've decided. Until the first corner when I go off. If I can end within a lap of the winners, then I'm happy about that.
It's a tricky circuit to tackle in wet conditions, with top speed still of critical importance down the long back straight. There are 2.7 miles and 14 corners overall on a circuit that in the dry can see average lap speeds of around 130 miles per hour. We'll be lucky to get anywhere near that today. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are 3 main things to worry about there, Crofty. Positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Sergio Perez and Norris, Ricciardo, Sainz, Vettel and Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Tsunoda, Pierre Gasly and Ocon, Mick Schumacher, Giovinazzi, Kimi Raikkonen and Nikita Mazepin, Cox and Wang. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail.
It was all our plan to get that joke in at the end. That was the entire reason we qualified as low as we did.
Yeah. Can I just put myself on wet? Please.
So
it would mean me losing 4 seconds.
That'll be interesting to see if we can last 18 laps on one set of tyres. Imagine the scenes when everyone else pits for tyres on lap 9. We fly through and win the race, first and second, because we don't pit.
Do you know what? I fully believe you. Let's go.
Alright, we're going to really ease the accelerator, let the car get a grip.
I didn't do that. Look how far back I am already.
I've gone for a bit of a dive bomb. And coming out of turn 2, I'm up into 16th.
Do you want an update on me?
Yeah, go on then.
20th.
Nice, nice.
I haven't lost a position, so there is that.
I am now up to 14th after a nice little. I added an extra chicane to Canada between Schumacher and Ocon.
I had an accidental dive bomb and nearly lost it, and then Raikkonen pointed me back in the right direction. Oh, this is going to be absolutely torturous. I should have just put the wets on. I had a small meeting with the barriers, and Mazepin's had me. Can you not, lad?
So, as you may have noticed if you have gone back and watched the first episode, I concentrate quite a lot when I play F1, and I was very quiet. So I'm trying to adjust that, but also a wet race is not the place where I can lack concentration.
I might have just been one for corner cutting. Do you know the one that's very lenient?
Yeah.
I took the me. Like there was a good. Oh, there's a good car width to the right of me and the curb.
I have gone incredibly wide round the chicane.
Yeah, me
I
too.
don't quite know how I didn't lose a position there.
I haven't officially span yet, but I have also lost the back end at least 3 times.
I can hear your wheels squeaking away.
Whoa! Oh, what, the actual steering wheel?
Yeah.
Ah, sorry.
That's alright. I can also see a yellow flag.
Yeah, I came out of turn 5 or 6, and the back end decided to go faster than the front end.
Oh. One thing I would say that I have noticed, the force feedback wheels are a lot easier in the rain because you get the reaction of the car so you can fight it earlier, whereas without the force feedback you're kind of relying on the visuals, and by the time you see that the car's gone, it's already too late. It was, oh dear, very nearly lost the back end. I have lost the position to Ocon now. But, oh god, that's twice I've nearly lost the back end in very quick succession. And we're gonna calm it down a bit. Never mind, we've lost the back end again.
And you wanted to go the whole lap on these tyres, the whole race.
Caution.
Oh, Andrew's gone.
There is a yellow flag up ahead though.
Just if the weather wasn't so unreasonable. Everyone seems to be still going now, unfortunately.
Or not.
Caution.
Lance Stroll is out of the race.
Someone's coming.
Yes, I'm not finishing last.
Right ahead.
I was saying smashing times in practice, I was.
Losing some tyre grip around now.
In the drop, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the issue. The rain turned up. Helpful.
What was that?
Lost the
One
back
of my
end
tyres
slightly.
is at 40%.
Oh no! Which one's that?
My rear left.
Did you have to use that to try and correct you earlier?
Yeah.
Because mine's, both my rears are 25, 26 and my fronts are low 20s.
Oh dear. I might be having to do a pit stop, otherwise my tyres might blow up.
Yeah, I'd go in. Just go for it.
Our gap to the car in front is.
Then you'll be on fresh ones as well.
5 seconds.
On the flip side, if if nobody else pits and then it does go dry, I'm going to be miles away.
Maybe, but it also hasn't stopped raining though.
It hasn't, but also nobody else has pitted. You just want me to pit so I'm behind you.
No, I don't think that will stay that way for much, if that was the case anyway, to be fair. You are gaining slightly on Mazepin, because I have... Oh, safety car!
Track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time, and there are no plans for a safety
Oh!
car right now. Okay, slow down. Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap. Okay,
I'm
Andrew?
slow down. Your delta
You
is
pitting?
negative, which
Yeah.
means you are too fast.
Shall I pit too?
Reduce your pace.
Yeah.
I'm 32, 29, 33, 32.
If you look as well, they've just passed the... They've just
Safety car.
passed the safety car.
Go now.
So, they've got to go all the way around.
Who's it that's out then? Wait, Hamilton's been disqualified.
What?
It says Hamilton disqualified. DSQ.
Oh.
Up to speed. Let's get some heat into those.
So, Hamilton has been disqualified for parked in a dangerous position?
Weird.
Has Hamilton been overtaken by Bottas and Rage Quit?
God's sake.
Ash has got a time penalty under a safety car. Was it Bottas wouldn't get out the way like he always does for Hamilton, so he just quit?
Got out of his car. Had a sulk.
Safety car is in.
Oh no!
Safety.
Andrew, prepare to resume racing. It actually just said that to me.
Okay, clear.
Look how far behind I still am. God's sake. We're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment, apparently. The annoyance is, I think if I could have just handled the spins, I would have been able to keep up.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing alright, and then one spin and it was gone. And
Yeah.
It's the safety car that's brought me back.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
But then again, as I said, I've never done a wet race before. I just purposely avoid it, so I don't think it's a complete...
It's a learning experience.
Yes, I don't think it's a complete catastrophe. It's not ideal. But, yeah. I says I'd be happy if I wasn't a lap behind, and I'm not, so... Then again, I haven't finished, so there's always that. I don't think it's quite as daunting as I thought it would be, the wetness.
Yeah, it's more just getting used to it. Like,
Yeah.
the throttle control is so different in the wet.
And don't you dare accelerate when your wheel's pointing anywhere other than forward.
I'm having a decent recovery here, as I'm currently up into 14th,
Oh, totally.
which if memory serves me correctly was roughly where I was prior to the spin. I think I was ahead of Ocon, who's 2 places ahead of me.
He would
definitely
have
did
gained a
damage
position
minus
at
scale
least
there.
from... He'd have gained a position at least from Hamilton.
Yeah. Who was the other one? Stroll.
I think Stroll was... He was quite high in practice, but... I didn't catch where he qualified.
I get the feeling he did, because I'm 99% sure I didn't pass Stroll.
I'm down to 13.5 behind Mazepin now. In the water-based pun, I'm making waves.
And I think what this has proven to us is that... Oh, I've spun.
What were you going to say? Is it
Oh,
going to be
that
sweet?
is...
You'll be better in the rain.
3 laps of fuel remaining.
No, it was going to be... This proves that the Belgian Grand Prix should have gone ahead.
Oh, no, that's even better. The best thing is you spun, you're still ahead of me.
1 lap of fuel remaining.
That is heartbreaking. I was 1 lap away from a potentially 13th place. I think I would have had Schumacher. It was a bit of an aggressive overtake. I think it was more the contact with Schumacher that I caused that cost me the spin, but
Gap to car in front is 5.3 seconds.
So Max replied to the Bottas win in Bahrain with a win of his own in Canada. Hamilton picking up no points.
Nil point.
And for myself, it really should have been a better finish than 17. But two very costly spins. The second one,
I said,
in particular.
I just had the fastest sector 3 then.
Very nice. Driver of the day. I spun twice.
They take the checkered flag then here in Canada in what has been another fabulous Grand Prix.
That's Christian Horner, in case you're wondering. It looks nothing like him.
To deliver such an incredible result today.
Bottas got second then. Who's in third? It's Perez.
There's not much grip out there at the best of times, and it's 10 times worse if you're out
Tighter.
on cold tyres. So the way they kept the rubber in its proper operating window was a huge advantage today.
So,
Podium as we speak.
a
What
race
fantastic win for
that-
the Red Bull team. They performed
Going
exceptionally
into it,
today, keeping
I
us
mean,
firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the
I've
race.
made a point before of
Congratulations to every one of the
Canada
team.
being my favourite race on the Grand Prix calendar. On the F1 calendar, I should say. But based on my team and now co-op career mode, maybe it shouldn't be my favourite race on the calendar because I seem to get a lot of bad luck here.
Maybe not.
I mean, admittedly, this isn't engine failure, but it's not far above it, is it? So,
It's not ideal.
disappointment. Hamilton obviously was first on the grid and then ended up just getting disqualified for something. Stroll, for the record, oh wait, he qualified 11th, so I'm fairly sure it was Stroll. Ocon would have gone up 2 places from Hamilton and Stroll. But if you look at the grid, pretty much everyone's just moved up 1 spot.
Pretty
Bar
much, yeah.
Perez, who's moved up 2, and Verstappen, who's moved up 2. So I think that's why I've got driver of the day. Everyone's kind of moved up 1 slot, and a couple of people have moved up 2, and it's just favoured me. Despite, minor disaster when I spun. And that was very unfortunate. I could have been in such a good position if that hadn't happened. When it happened, I went for a bit of an over-aggressive overtake on Mick, who's finished 13th. So I should have had 13th if I hadn't rushed it. I think I tried to rush the overtake rather than waiting for a more opportune time. I think that is what cost me.
Yeah.
Ash, what would you say about the Canadian Grand Prix in summary?
It could have gone better. But I've just been looking at the lap times. We didn't let ourselves down with the lap times. We didn't. Vettel had a better time than us, Sainz, and then there's a bunch of people that are on 121.1s, but there's people that are quite ahead of us in the grid that didn't even set a 122s, let alone better than 122.5, which we both did.
Yeah, it's more just a couple of laps that let us down, isn't it?
Yeah. And look at mine and yours against Mazepin. It's nearly a second and a half for both of us better than him. So we're definitely better than him. We just need to not be spinning so much in the wane. But I feel like I was getting used to it towards the end, to be fair.
Yeah, I was mostly okay with it. It was just so... There was a couple of, skids that I caught.
Yeah, same here.
It was just those 2 that I couldn't catch that cost me.
Yeah, I just need to get used to the whole kind of just driving in the rain full stop, really, I think.
But we'll leave it there. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Go and check out AshMan's channel. His link will be up in the top right corner on the little I button along with the first race. And also in the description down below. Go over, subscribe to him, check out the Bahrain Grand Prix. And check out his other F1 and FM content as well.
Yeah. I believe we've got the Austrian Grand Prix next, is it, on my channel?
Yes, I believe it is.
Beautiful.
So, we don't know. We're recording these as and when we can, but we'll keep you updated if you check out Twitter, and that's the only place I'm at really. So check out Twitter, and you'll see the notification when those go out, and also turn your notifications on for this channel and Ash's channel, so that you can keep up to date with all the content. And any final words, Ash?
No, just make sure you come back. Thanks for having you.
And thank you very much for watching.